Hi, in this video tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to use and edit sprites in GameMaker. I've made these set of sprites to show you how to use the different tools. The first tool I want to show you is the glow tool. I can choose the opacity and the thickness of each one of these settings. So here I could give it a nice smooth green glow there. I'm going to Control Z that. The next one I want to do is outline. I can add any outline that I want. In this case, I'm going to want a 3-pixel outline in black. I could place it inside of the image, which would just replace the 3 pixels on the outside of this image here with black. So if I do that, it looks like this. But I don't want to do that. And I'm going to say OK. That added a nice outline for us without us having to do any of that. I'm going to Control Z that. The next one I want to show you is blur. I can choose how blurry I want it. A small amount of blur, a medium amount of blur, or a large amount of blur. And I can also say blur colors or blur transparency. So I can go medium, and now it's all blurry. This could be useful in many different ways in your game. Another one that I want to show you is erase a color. And here I can choose what color I want to erase and the tolerance. And if it's 0, it will erase all of that color, no question. Oops. Image. Erase a color. Turn my tolerance up. There we go. So, sorry, you want your tolerance to be up, and it just erases the black, or whatever color you would select. And the next one I want to show you is black and white. This basically turns it from your original to a grayscale version. And I'll show you the effect. And it can look sort of boring, but that's okay. Now I want to show you the crop. And here it says border size. I usually set it to 1. This means that it will have a sprite that is only 1 pixel wide around any of the existing pixels on the screen. So 1 pixel here, 1 pixel here, 1 pixel here, 1 pixel here. So that's good. It has to be an integer though. You couldn't say do 0.5. See, it's in red and that doesn't work. And so I can just cancel that. And this makes it a lot easier to place your sprite in the room. I'm going to say OK, OK, OK. And the next thing I want to show you is a strip. This is a strip of a ship that is flying through space. The only thing is, it is tons of sprites long. And if you want it to appear spinning, and if I show the preview, it can spin pretty slow. If I wanted it to spin faster or slower, I would go down here and set the speed. So I could set the speed to 300 now, and this makes it spin faster. I could also set it to just 1, and that will mean that every step it changes from image 0, image 1, image 2, image 3 to the next image. And I believe the highest that you can go is 1000. That is the fastest rate at which GameMaker will let you go. So if I go 1 million, it won't let me do that. It'll just preset it to 1000. So I'm going to leave it at 30, which is the default. And this can be helpful if you don't want your game to be all seizure-y and such. Now I'm going to create a new sprite. Say edit sprite. I'm going to make a new sprite, and this little window appears. And this lets me select how wide I want it and how high I want it. 32 by 32 is just a perfect square, and it is the default, and I'm just going to use that. Now let's say I wanted to make a ladder. This could be very difficult. I'll make it just a black ladder. So I can use the rectangle tool, which is this icon here, to click on the pixel where I want my first corner to be and drag all the way down to where I want my last pixel to be. And that'll just create a nice box for you. And I can use the fill tool to fill this in. And then I'm also going to want rungs on my ladder. So what I can do is I can make this rung and I can fill it in. But I don't want to have to make all of the rungs that same way. So what I can do is I can select a region, and it works the same exact way as the rectangle, and I can copy it and paste it, and then I can move that set of pixels around. Copy, paste. This way I can make all the rungs on my ladder without having to go through the painstaking process of making each individual rung by just copying and pasting. This can be useful for very many sprites that you can make, which can be very helpful and can save you a lot of time. Now, let's say I didn't like the background for the editor. Well, I can increase the size here and go to View, Set Transparency Background. I want to set single color and select any color that I want and press OK. This just sets the background for editing to that color. And if I tried erasing it, there's no pixel there. It's just the background for your sprite editor, which is nice. That's pretty much it. So, thanks.